Hey everybody, it's me, Dispatcher4, and welcome to another episode of Pokemon Colosseum. Last time we found ourselves a little bit of a shadow Pokemon information. We're gonna have her catch ourselves our Bayleaf and Makuhita. And this time, we are gonna be finishing up the next city, but not entirely. We will come back here, but not until very later. This time we are gonna be going with our adventures. We're gonna go ahead and straight ahead into our battles. Wes, go for it. I'll be right here cheering. Looks like you're ready. Well, let's get this started. In all, you'll be facing 4 trainers. They're all a handful. I can vouch for that. And now, this is where your opponent enters. I'm going to start off with Bayleaf and my Espeon. Mainly because we really want to get that meter down. Do you feel like taking on... Do you feel like taking on some grass-type Pokemon? Then I'm one you want. So I think this is going to be pretty easy to get through for many reasons. We have our Sunkern that's going to be very weak. It's the weakest Pokemon in the game. And Hoppip is another weak Pokemon that evolves into something even worse. And like I said, there's a heart gauge for Shadow Pokemon. As it explains that a heart is going to be our thing that we're going to keep an eye on. Mainly because it's locked. It's all dark and corrupted, and the only way that you can get yourself out of the scenario is... Oh, wait, okay. I'll talk about that in a second. But how Shadow Pokemon works is like they're all going to be a little bit too weak, and oh my gosh, a critical hit, Bullet Seed. I mean, it's a grass type move. I thought it was a bug type, but I guess not. Okay. I was actually worried about being a critical hit super effective move. That would have been really scary. And only doing 3 damage would have been hilarious. And we're not going to be able to get that many move sets until we lower that heart gauge. If we lower it down by 1 bar, we get a second move. And then if we lower it down about halfway, we get this. And then all the way is going to be our 4th move. I did have it listed in order in the previous episode, so it's not going to be that hard to understand. We're going to go ahead and click the call on Bayleaf. Trust me, on Hyper Mode, you really want to use that. And we're going to go ahead and... I think we're going to be just fine with just using Reflect. Just to be on the safe side, and Bayleaf will be calm down. And with that, we might have got our new moveset, which is probably Synthesis. Which is actually Synthesis, I just realized. That is not really a probably here. We're going to be more of a tank now. Oh, right. Great. They lowered our defenses. That Sunkern is actually going to be my next target because that growth kind of scares me. And they're probably doing it again. Nope, there's the Absorb. It's probably going to target my Espeon because it's not really going to be useful. Oh! Okay. I'll take it. Dumb AI is dumb, I guess. Alright, we're going to go ahead and try again with that. Actually, I want to use Shadow Rush on Hoppip. Shadow Rush will be doing some recoil damage, but it also does a lot of damage. And considering that Espeon might one-shot the Sunkern, and it should, and it does, thank goodness for that, because if it couldn't one-shot a Sunkern, there's something wrong with my Espeon. Alright, lands the Shadow Rush, and do a little bit of recoil damage, but we're good now. And I didn't really see it. You guys probably did, but I didn't see if it had Synthesis yet. So what is a way to get through the heart gauge? Well, there's a couple of ways to do it. You can get through by walking, which does a little bit of help. This is the reason why I put in the heart gauges as well with the Shadow Pokemon. I'll go to toughen up some more. I hope to keep working too. You can do it by walking. You can lead them up in your battles as a part of the team. And actually, at the start of the battle, you will be... helping out with that heart gauge as well. It will actually start to decrease. So even more reasons that you should try. And then whenever they get to hyper mode, you actually just need to call them, and it does a chunk of their heart gauge. So I think using Bayleaf here is probably going to be my best bet because we'll be facing a water type this time. And then the types that we're going to be facing up next is going to be the I think it was either rock or ground type. I want to say rock type, which is really good. It benefits our Bayleaf. Oh yeah, we do have Synthesis. Nice. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and use Shadow Rush on that Surskit because it's probably gonna be using Agility, and use Confusion on Meryl. I'm only predicting it actually just using the Agility because it needs it. And while Bayleaf is still pretty fast, it's faster than Umbreon. Let's just leave it at that. And the more reason why I'm sticking to Bayleaf, because if you're going for a tanky type, it is pretty much what Umbreon does, and I want a faster tanky type, which is another complaint I have with Umbreon already. Which is just being a slow tanky type is not really good for my taste. Okay, and the thing about Synthesis, you only get 5 PP, but it will heal all the recoil damage that you had, so it's really useful, I think. Okay, we're gonna go ahead. They're gonna be using Agility again for no reason. Agility is a really good move. I mean, you can increase your speed sharp, which is ×2. Timed by 2 stages, which is normal stages is just 0.5, which will increase by 1 state basically. Use a Shadow Rush, nice. And then on the next battle, we're gonna go ahead and use Synthesis with the Bayleaf at the first turn. I want to be able to just relax and calm down for this. I know we're kind of just speed running through these battles, but they are pretty much around our levels. And the thing is, we cannot progress anything further after the 4 battles. This is technically the pre-gym. So the pre-gym will be definitely helping us to get our level up and our Shadow Pokemon heart gauges down a little bit. But the thing about having Bayleaf as your starter is like what I'm preferring the most. It's the selling point of Sunny Day. There are certain Pokemon that will benefit with Sunny Day as doubles, and I wanted to make sure that Bayleaf would help out with that. As I mentioned before about the Solar Beam being the biggest part of, you know, as its selling point, I just don't really think there's much else. Okay, so it is going to be our ground type trainer here, using Trapinch and Snubbup. Or Snoob? Snub? Swinub, that's right. Okay. Sorry, I forgot how it's spelled. Okay, so we use Synthesis as we promised, and then use Confusion on that. Might be able to one-shot it. It would be really nice if it is. It is 1 level ahead. Yeah, there we go. One-shotting that is pretty dang simple, actually. Especially when you have the highest special attack in any Johto Pokemon in history. Okay, Synthesis, heal all that up. It would have sucked if it actually... Oh, it used the Sandton, but it misses. Let's go. It would have sucked if it turned to Hyper Mode when it tried to heal. And yes, that is possible. Hyper Mode can occur at any point at a 10% chance of... I think it's not 10% actually. I think it's 20%. But a 20% chance of turning to Hyper Mode at any point while you're being a Shadow Pokemon. When you get it purified, it will lose all that. It will come back to normal and will never go to Hyper Mode again. And if you also notice that the Shadow Pokemon does not get the experience, it technically does, but it will not change its level until you purify it. Once you purify it, it's going to get all those experience that you had with that Pokemon. So another reason why I'm using Bayleaf as a starter right now. So what's your plan? Did it keep challenging? Sure thing. Okay, gotcha. Let's get this battle started. I know I haven't really been reading those guys, but it was just like they're not really that super important, so I just like do the battles and then talk about what the team is going right now. So in the next city that we're supposedly going is going to be Pyrite Town, and believe it or not, we're going to go there and we're going to get 2 Pokemon. I know it's going to be 2. We're going to have 4 solid members of our team already. Well, technically 6, but like with our final team, we're already going to have 4 out of the 6. Which is really good, I think. Maybe it's a little too early to have a locked-on team, but at the same time, I really want a locked-on team pretty good. Now that Geodude normally would have Sturdy, however, with Sturdy being in this game, being a negate one-hit KO moves, keep in mind this is a... Wow, that Shadow Rush did not do shit for damage. Oops, excuse my language. I keep forgetting this is supposed to be child-friendly. But regardless, it's like, while Sturdy being negating the one-hit KO moves, I think that's okay, considering that it just got first introduced. Or at least the one-hit KO moves got introduced, like Fisher, Sheer Cold. Horn Drill, I think, is also another one. But I think Horn Drill was a thing in Gen 1 or Gen 2. Somewhere around there, but there was like pretty good moves with that. But even then, they're low accurate. They're not really... I'm really glad they changed Sturdy, is what I'm saying. My battling style has may not have been as top standard for you. Alright. So now, since all 4 trainers are knocked out of the park, there's a door open. And now we get this. Whoa, that was inspiring. You showed me a great battle. It deserves a gift. I want you to have this. We got ourselves the white herb. Oh, it's so good. You don't have the full party of Pokemon yet. When you get 6 of them, I'd like you to come meet me again. That's when I'll be your opponent. I'll be looking forward to it. See, at least this trainer, Justy, actually gives you a chance to actually have a team for once. But trust me, we will come back to this. Probably around at the same time we get our Pokemon purified. But that's pretty much where we're looking at. I'm going to go ahead and go item shopping real quick. I think because we got the Pokeballs from Outskirts and we can get Pokeballs here. We cannot. Okay. So what I want to go for, I think we're actually good on those items. I was actually hoping to get more Pokeballs before we leave. Maybe we get them up here. Oh. I think these are like the X stat moves. Yep, they are. Okay. Let's see. I think we're going to be good here now. We're almost actually in Pyrite Town, which is actually going to be the time we're actually going to be closing today. But we also have a couple more battles to do. There's one particular battle that we're going to be going for mainly because there's an item. It's not going to be this guy here, but there is a battle. What a fine weather this is. It's truly a perfect sort of day for a Pokemon battle. So, young one, how about you go to this old man? Let us battle. Sure, old man. Let's see what you got. Fun old man. Drag. When you said fun old man, it's not really that kind of term you should be using, you know. He's like, I want to come down to my cellar. It's probably my best Herbert the Pervert from Family Guy. I don't know. I'm trying. Alright, we're going to go ahead and use the Shadow Rush on Hoot Hoot because that hypnosis is definitely going to be scary. Going to try to slow us down even more. I don't think we'll one-shot it. Yes, we will. Alright. Centret is really down that early. I was actually surprised that we were able to one-shot it. I highly doubt we'll one-shot this with Shadow Rush. Oh, very close, though, but... Let's go to use Hypnosis. I'm not surprised. And let's go! That 75% accuracy is going to suck for them. Alright, I'm going to just use Synthesis just for the heck of it. Just in case it doesn't kill. Yeah, it was going to kill. It had no reason not to kill. See, that Pokemon battle is done already. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa, I got a consent on this one, lad. $800. This is a really rich, fun old man. Ah, yes, you're young, but a bit of spine. Why, you're just me. I was young you were just like me when I was young. Well done indeed. Aw, old man thinking that we were them at the young age. It's typical grandpa language. Okay, so the guy that's going to be giving you an item, which is actually going to be helping our certain Pokemon. I'm no good at schoolwork, but I'm pretty hot stuff at Pokemon battles. You're a trainer too, aren't you? Let's duke it out. Let's battle. Alright, here we come. No holding back. So this Pokemon trainer is kind of like Caleb, which is kind of funny, but it's Kaib. I don't even know. It's going to have the 2 bug types. It is a Whirlpool and Silcoon. Pretty basic stuff. However, since we're both weak to bug, we really have to kill it as quickly as possible here. I'm going to go ahead and use the Shadow Rush on Whirlpool. We should one-shot that, and we might one-shot the Silcoon as well. And yes, we will, just like that. Awesome sauce. Now, if you had Quilava and you're able to train yourself, train enough that you get the Flame Wheel, this is a breeze. But I chose not to because I want to be different than most people. Using Tackle and not a bug type move, which is interesting. You would think that Whirlpool at a level 25 would know some sort of bug type move, but I guess not. I'm gonna take return, and I might be able to just knock it out. Yes, it should, because let's not kill anyone here. Whirlpool's down, we get some experience, and Bailey still technically gets experience. Don't forget that. Alright. Ouch, no, that wasn't supposed to happen. You're a very cheap guy here with $150 in comparison to old man. I didn't think I'd lose. Big guy, you're tough. I want you to have this since you're so good. The move that actually might help us, TM41 Torrent. The thing about Torrent is that's going to be helpful a lot with Umbreon in particular. It prevents the target from using the same move in a row. Now the reason why it's good, because you can alternate either between Taunt and you can alternate with the Torrent. Torment. I don't know why I said Torrent. They're two different things. Torment. Jeez. Put that on a freaking compilation of some sort. Did it replace it with Torrent? Torment? Absolute. I keep doing it! I'm actually going to be replacing Snatch here. I know Snatch is going to be very helpful later, but I don't really think it's going to be that useful. And plus, we can relearn it with a TM if we choose. So, with that in mind, we got all that cleared up. We did all the battles in Phoenix City. We are no longer need to be here except for two little things. That battle with Justy and the Colosseum battle. But for right now, let's go to the construction lot, the construction site for an immense tower, which will have a Colosseum to the top floor. Traveling on through here. We can see a special tower going on. I'm so excited. I hope you're all ready to have this kind of, let's see, what's that term called? Foreshadowing. There we go. Yeah, this is high freaking foreshadowing, because this is actually where you're gonna be at the end of the game. Well, not at the end of the game, but like the end of the main game. Alrighty. Now, Pyrite Town, a rough and dirty town full of thugs and scoundrels. It is said a home of sinister Pokemon. We will be going to Pyrite Town next time on Pokemon Colosseum. We'll see you guys next time.